Right guys, so welcome to the Monday Night Golf Show here in Orlando, in Florida. We've still got coffee, we've still got Mr. Pete Finch, and we have got special guest today. This is golf pro Brian Taaffe, who is a golf pro here at Orange County National.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to...
Do you think an American accent just adds like a little bit of class?
Bit of glam.
A little bit of glamour to it rather than hey, welcome to Monday Night Golf Show.
If we start talking American in this video, we do apologise massively because all we've done all week is talk American so far in videos.
I'm all over it.
We have got coffee.
Dude.
Coffee.
Coffee.
We don't sound like that at all.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, coffee.
So,
Extra milk.
extra milk.
Extra, you know.
Brian is a friend of the show. He's been incredibly helpful out here. If you're ever interested in golf lessons out here in Orlando, we highly recommend coming and giving your man Brian a bit of a shout up. Right, we're going to do a pretty quick one. This is filmed on Sunday, so we asked the questions out on Sunday afternoon on our social media, Facebook and Twitter, and we've had some great questions. And we're going to talk about the event that's finished in Abu Dhabi, and we're going to talk about what we have in store. Shall we start with Abu Dhabi first?
Yeah, can do. Bit of a mixed bag. A lot of great golf and a lot of players kind of bouncing in and around in contention.
It was an odd one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really
right.
odd.
Hole-in-ones.
Three hole-in-ones. So we had the most, start off on day one, Jimenez had a hole-in-one, which was pretty special.
Crazy dance all the way up there.
Yeah, that was a great celebration. Yeah. And then Tom Lewis, a new pro, he's been probably on the circuit a couple of years now.
Yeah.
He had a hole-in-one and it actually won him a car. Not like these lads need much more money, but it won him a car. And then the most famous one on the day after was Rory McIlroy's hole-in-one. So it's the first one he's actually had. Is
Classic
a tour event?
celebration too.
In a tour event.
A tour event. Yeah,
That's been at least been.
I think I already said 10 in
10
his
hole-in-ones.
lifetime, but that was the first professional event that he's had a hole-in-one in. So
I've never had one in a PJ event either. So.
No, we're in the same boat.
yeah, never had
Well,
one
we've
myself.
we've just been chatting. We've never had a hole-in-one.
Yeah.
We're a table of 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s and 6s and other scores, but never ones.
It's a table of no holes, basically.
Pretty close out on the short course over here. I was
Yeah, and I almost skipped one in.
Yeah, I didn't.
flirting with it. We'll get there by the end of the week.
Anyway, the winner, it was Gary Stoll, who held off tough competition from Rory McIlroy, world number one, to finish on 7 under for the last day and finished 19 under total.
Kind of faded away, which is a shame.
Martin had a bit of a shocker. He had a real shocker. For the final day, he shot 3 over. Which is a bit of a shame, really, because it's not like him, is it?
Yeah, no. And
you think that German efficiency that took out the Ryder Cup team, the
machine.
German efficiency that managed to sink that Ryder Cup winning putt.
Easy. Easy there.
There's going to be a lot of Ryder Cup jives in this clip. But yeah, no, it's a shame. We don't want to see that happen again, please, Martin. We like seeing good golf and winners.
I'm pretty sure that's what he wants to see as well. I don't think he did it on purpose.
Dubuison's been playing well since Glen Eagles, right?
Who's that?
Dubuisson?
Yeah.
French guy?
He's
Dubuisson.
Dubuisson.
Yeah, he's a cheery guy.
Yeah, happy guy.
The guy that finished behind him, Thomas Peters, was a NCAA individual champion here in the States. Played at the University of Illinois, so that's a name that some people might know, might not.
There was a few Americans in the field.
Yeah.
Get a few
Ricky
more.
Fowler.
It's nice to see
Ricky
Ricky over there. I don't
yeah.
think he had the greatest tournament. It's good to see him out there, which is good. Him and McIlroy, they've got to have some big battles this year. I'm looking forward to that.
I hope.
And then the actual American event that's over in the East Coast.
As far west as you can get. It's in Hawaii.
That's where we said.
Where did we say? East.
I said East.
Yeah. We're in the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
It's not there, is it?
The other side is the West Coast.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it's past the West Coast in the Pacific
Well,
Ocean.
actually, I remember. I remember going last year to America and was going to get a flight out to Hawaii, and it was another about 10 hours away from San Fran, so it's a long way.
How far have you had? 6 hours?
Yeah, it's a 6-hour time change, so similar to the time change between home for you and where we are now. Yeah. It's that much further still west.
So currently right now in the US where we are in Orlando, it's 10 minutes past 2 on a Sunday afternoon, so it'll be 8 o'clock back home on a Sunday night. And they've not even teed off yet?
No. I think the first tee times are going out about 4 o'clock our time here in Florida, so...
My brain's getting pickled by off.
We'll actually get to watch some golf this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be nice.
Yeah.
We've played golf this morning.
Yeah.
I want to play golf this afternoon.
And we've just played golf, and we're playing golf this afternoon. You think we're here on some sort of jolly?
I don't know. It's some kind of golf trip thing that we're doing.
So we had a lovely 9-hole match today at Orange National Golf Course, Orange County National, and it was a great little match up, the three of us. And now we're off to where are we off to next?
We're going to Country Club of Orlando next, which is a much different style course than what you'll have seen from our course vlog this morning here at Orange County.
So go and
much
check that out.
tighter.
Much tighter.
Yeah, that'll be on Pete's channel, right?
I'll be on Pete's channel.
Much tighter. Got it.
Well, actually, I played all right, so I'm feeling quite confident.
Me and we won't give too much away, but me and Brian were we weren't fairway seeking, except for Mr. Consistency here in the middle, which is a new one for all of us.
I'm staying in Orlando. I am staying in Orlando. Right, questions. They are firing in, absolutely firing in. Right, they're on Pete's Facebook. I put a picture on as well, so. Let's start off with some sensible ones before we get into the silly ones. This is a question I'm going to actually ask to you, Brian. This is from Gareth Ollie Oliver. If you had an iron and a hybrid at the same loft, would you carry the same distance? # Monday Night Golf Show.
Okay. That's a great question. Ollie, I'm going to assume is your nickname. Gareth, first name. Anyway, thank you for the question.
Mr. Oliver.
The answer to your question is a little bit more complicated than just the loft of the club. When we're talking about loft, that's one factor that goes into distance, but some of the other factors that go into it are going to be club head speed, length of the club, the total length of it, and both of those are going to kind of play off a little bit differently between hybrids and irons. With irons, we're going to find typically a little bit shorter, heavier shafts, and due to that, we can't generate quite the same amount of club head speed. So even though the loft is the same, we still probably aren't going to hit them quite as far as we might hit hybrids. The other thing that goes into it are spin rates. Hybrids are going to have more bulge and roll, so gear effect, I don't know if you've talked about that on your channel.
Yeah, bits.
But so gear effect is going to have more of an influence on the ball flight with a hybrid than it will with an iron. So all of those things are going to vary into slightly different numbers. I would tend to say that you're going to hit hybrids a little bit further because they're typically lighter than your irons are going to be. However, it's not going to be a drastically different kind of distance or length than what you would get.
It's nice to actually have an informed answer
that was a fantastic
on the show for us. Talking about irons and hybrids, how far do you hit your 4 iron?
Downwind, into wind? No.
This guy, by the way, he sat down, he's 6'5", Brian.
Yeah.
And he bombs it.
He sat down on the floor right now. We're on seats.
In fact, Pete stood up. He absolutely bombs it. So his 4 iron, there was a hole that we played out there today, and he almost carried it 290 yards.
Close. 280.
So and a pitching wedge 180. Anyway, so that's a little bit of silly, and you see that on the course videos. But you know what I loved about that answer then? That was really something, because I was answering it in my head, but the one factor I didn't influence was the lightness of the shafts.
Right.
I really didn't think of that. Yep. So I was thinking about the extra length, yes, the extra club head speed you create, yes, not the lightness. So graphite shafts sometimes often over a steel. Perfect answer.
That's why you'll find a lot of time tour pros, especially in the States, that go with some of the driving irons. They prefer a more classic looking iron, but they want some of the extra distance. Ernie Els was famous for this with the Callaway driving irons when they first came out, putting graphite shafts in them so that they play kind of as more of a cross between a hybrid and an iron than a hybrid or an iron would already be.
Love it. Right, next question. This is a one out for the group. Christopher Longley, # Monday Night Golf Show. Will Martin Keimer win more majors than Rory McIlroy?
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no.
Not even maybe.
Not even maybe.
No.
He's not. He's not. McIlroy is without question going to win more majors, and will he beat the likes of Woods and Nicholas? We're not sure. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be exciting.
I'm not sold on that
You're not
concept
sold on that?
yet. I mean, I think he has the potential to be that good, but there's so many things that factor into how many majors you win that are outside of his control.
Yes, exactly. Injuries and stuff like that we've seen with Woods.
So.
And Chris, get off Facebook, get down to the rage.
Yeah.
He's one of my lessons.
Oh, yeah, he's the guy that popped in the other day. Yeah. Here's a good one. Peter Rodriguez. Why do professional golfers struggle with a lead on Sunday? #, for example, Schwartzel last week and Keimer today. Come on, you've got to think. Right, Sunday. Let's picture it this way. You're leading after Saturday. You come off the golf course Saturday afternoon and you are leading. First thing you get thrown into is a media circus. You get asked question after question after question about when was the last time you won an event. You get reminded of all the times that you last failed to win an event. You get reminded of the bad shots that you hit, the good shots that you hit. You get completely pulled from pillar to post. You're here, there, and everywhere. You know, it's a lot of demand on these guys after the Saturday afternoon. You then struggle to sleep. Surely, you know, this is a big event. These are a lot of prize money, a lot of merit to be won. You wake up on Sunday morning again. You're the focus of attention. Every camera is on you. Every image is on you. Every player is watching you. Every hype is all around you. You can imagine the build-up of pressure that must put on that individual. Now, the guys who are 2 or 3 back, they don't get that pressure. The guys that are 2 or 3 back, they're kind of hidden. They're behind the radar, and they're not that involved in it, and they can kind of sneak up and catch up pretty quickly. So the pressure that these guys go, if they're winning and they get pushed into it on the Sunday afternoon, I wouldn't like to be there. Put it that way.
It's the mentality.
Sorry, I hogged that question.
There's a big difference between having the mentality to chase a lead and to maintain and hold the lead. You know, when you're in the lead, often you're thinking, you know, I just need to keep those guys back. I don't want to make a bogey. I don't want to make a double. I just need to keep ahead.
And the very don'ts.
Yeah.
Don't want to make a bogey. They don't want to make a double.
And the guys behind can just fire at everything. They can attack.
They're going,
we
need to make birdies. We need to make eagles. There's a very different mindset.
Yeah. It's not easy. But, you know, I mean, the thing is with Schwartzman and Keimer, you know, they've won before.
Yeah.
You know, they're not, you wouldn't class them as bottlers. I mean, Keimer at the US Open's a perfect example where he just destroyed everyone from a lead.
Yeah.
So it's different with different tournaments as well. And he just had a bad day.
Yes. Yeah. These guys have bad days. They are human. Will Hughes, just a quick one. Any match play course of blogs coming up in Orlando between you and Rick? Maybe not between just us two, because I don't know if we're actually going to play each other just on our own. We might do, we don't know. Brian's going to jump on along. We've got some special guests coming along over the next few days as well. So we're not too sure. We'll see. Right, here's a good one. This is something you've warned us about. Ian Roberts asks, always heard golfers going on about different types of grass on golf around the world, i.e. Fuse,
Fescue.
Fescue? Yeah, sorry, Fescue.
Fescue.
Bent grass, blah, blah. Do you think that's what he says?
Blah,
That's what he says.
Yeah.
I've never played on blah, blah.
Highly technical there, Ian.
Do you think it really makes a difference to the shot you play, or is it mainly due to the different climate conditions? I think we should answer that first, maybe.
Yeah,
because we've experienced different types of grass today.
Wow.
Brian did try and warn us. We didn't listen every time.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a massive difference. It makes an absolutely huge difference. Just because it changes the contact on the ball, it changes how you can get into the back of the ball. It changes everything, and not only when you're actually trying to hit the shots, just on the greens, the difference in the grains. You know, Bermuda grass in particular.
I think we had a few putts today where it was downwind, down grain that seemed like it was going to be much slower, and they just keep on rolling.
Yeah, it makes a massive difference. I mean, it's something that we don't really see too much in the UK with the grasses we have over there, and the fact that...
Sorry guys, it's getting a bit too hot.
Yeah, the sun's coming out here.
Sorry guys, I don't want to rub it in.
Yeah, it's something that we don't really see in the UK. I mean, the grass isn't as... what's the right word? It doesn't follow the sun as much, I suppose, is one way.
Well, really the way that it works, the grain of Bermuda grass, if you can imagine bent grass, which is mostly what you have in England, right? If you can imagine my hand being blades of grass, bent grass grows straight up. So Bermuda grass grows like this. Okay, so because it grows in different ways and it intertangles with itself, it actually grows kind of in the direction of gravity. So that's why people say putts always break towards water. It's not necessarily that it's towards water, but it's towards the drainage of where the water would run to. It's more in line with gravity. That's why a lot of the aim point stuff works really well with being able to find the correct ball on here. So that's kind of how it works with putting. I find that it's tougher in chipping, especially into the grain. It takes a little bit of practice to really be able to assess your lie. I wouldn't say that the technique becomes more difficult, but understanding what you're looking at becomes much more difficult than when you're not used to looking at different types of lies.
That's slightly anything, especially into the grain here, anything which is just slightly heavy on the actual contact, it will just dig. You can't get it moving through the ball. You have to be so precise. And then the opposite is, like Brian was saying, when you're going down grain, it'll just skip and carry on. It's interesting, it's different, it's great. It's a really good, different challenge.
Absolutely.
Very quick one before we go over to Twitter. Neil Halewood, what films did you watch on the flight? ? Was it The Miracle of Medina?
No.
No, we didn't want to get too leery on the plane. We didn't want to get too excited.
Yeah, we would have got far too excited. No, I think we watched Celtic Manor. We watched 2010 Ryder Cup. We watched Medina.
I went all the way back
Ryder
to
Cup.
the Belfry.
We watched the Belfry.
Yeah, pretty much all the
What
way
else
back to
did we watch?
Belfry. To be honest, recently it's been that many, I can't even remember many of them.
No.
Glen Eagles?
Glen Eagles, yeah,
I
Glen
mentioned
Eagles.
Glen Eagles.
Yeah.
What's the all-time record stand?
Oh, no, sorry. Doesn't matter about that. I think it's all about present form.
Oh,
It's all about present form.
It's about present form. Right.
Sorry, guys, we couldn't resist. Right, let's jump over quickly to Twitter, or in the American Twitter.
I'm not sure that's right either.
Twitter?
Twitter!
No, it's way too
Is
much
that-
emphasis.
Both your opinions.
And no one's a dinosaur.
We do have dragons, though, right? Dragons.
Yeah, dragons, yeah. Yeah, Rick's never actually seen an alligator before, and I'm pretty sure we had him convinced after some Mexican food and drinks last night that the alligators here have wings and climb trees.
They're messing with my head. They are messing with my head. Right, quick one. Stephen Penn. What does someone have to do to get free Under Armour gear and Ashworth clothing? Create a YouTube channel.
Create a YouTube channel, yeah.
In both your opinions, this is Rob Wells, in both your opinions, or all three of your opinions, is driver development good enough to update each season or every season? So is both in all three of your opinions, is driver development good enough to update every season? Considering I test incredible amounts of golf clubs, I would probably say no, not every season. So, I've done tests before where, let's say, the last sliding weight, low central gravity weight forward driver against the newest low central gravity weight forward driver in white, and there wasn't a great deal of difference. But then you go 2 year of separation between clubs, and there's a little bit more of a jump, a bit more of a difference. You go 4 years, there'll be bigger jumps. So if I was a golfer looking to develop my drive and look at changing it, as long as you're getting on with your new one, wait a couple of years down the line.
Yeah,
Would you say?
For myself, this is going to kind of sound a little weird because going through my what's in the bag, everything that I have is brand new because of the Strixon offerings and my kind of positioning with them. But prior to these new clubs, I had the same driver for about 4 or 5 years and never changed for a multitude of different reasons. But with the rules and regulations that the USGA and RNA have as far as limitations of ball speed, there's only so much that the equipment manufacturers can do to really make a club that much hotter, that much better. I would suggest testing different clubs each year. Maybe something fits your eye that's more comfortable that you can hit maybe more efficiently. But I certainly don't think that the technology alone is a good enough reason to upgrade every season.
That's key. I mean, if a new driver comes out, give it a go. You never know what you're going to find, but you don't need to get one every year.
I think also if you're watching me and Peter in a fortunate position that we do get to test a lot of golf clubs, and sometimes we just like to change and swap. Right, last one, guys, because I know we're on a schedule. We've got to shoot pretty quickly. Who is your favourite Disney character, Mickey or Minnie?
Why is it got to be limited to that?
I don't
What about
know.
Donald Duck?
Yeah,
Goofy.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, Donald's the man.
Donald's, yeah. I'm a Donald fan.
Donald.
Comes to my mind.
I really don't know.
Disney characters.
Disney characters.
Little Mermaid.
You're going to get comments on here with Disney characters that we've never even heard of.
Yeah,
Your daughter's not old enough yet to,
No,
to be
I've
into all that.
just recently watched Frozen. Quite like the snowman in that.
I wonder where you were going with that. I honestly didn't know where you were going to go. With
Olaf.
Olaf.
Yeah, we'll go Olaf. Okay, we'll all go.
Olaf.
He's my favourite, considering we're in the hottest climate we've been so far. Olaf. Right, guys, we have got to shoot because we are on a schedule. We are shooting over to
Country Club of Orlando.
Country Club of Orlando. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little Monday Night Golf show, filmed pre-Monday Night Golf show. We've enjoyed filming it. We've enjoyed Brian as our host. We do appreciate all of your efforts, guys. Like I say, if you are in the Orlando area, you want a golf lesson, Brian is your man. Check him out. I shall put his email.
Yeah,
Put his email down in the bottom. As always, go and subscribe to Finchy. We're going to do the course vlog next time on Finches. Subscribe to the channel. Click the link down below. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed this beautiful sunshine down here in Orlando at the Orange County National Golf Course. Thanks for watching, guys.
See you soon.
Yep. Bye.
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 Yeah, how
We're outta
American
here.
of me.
We're out of here, man.